That was the worst slam dunk contest in the history of basketball. It was a national atrocity. I am proposing on national television a national slam dunk tournament nationwide, all throughout the cities throughout America. And we find the top 10 dunkers, and we get the NBA players to sponsor which ones they want to pick and what have you. We get cats off the streets.
All right, y'all, we all saw it. That was the worst dunk contest we've ever seen in our lives. I'm not going to pile on about how the field goal percentage from dunks from that night is lower than Dwight Howard's career three-point percentage, or how people started leaving the arena before the event was even over. It was just bad. But I'm not here to focus on the problems. I'm here to focus on the solutions. To Stephen A. Smith's idea of bringing in outside dunkers, street ballers, pro dunkers, I have a couple thoughts. One, I'm glad he didn't go in the direction of having pro dunkers around the world who are not in the NBA go against NBA players, because that's a bad idea. Pro dunkers are insane. Dunking and competing in dunk contests is literally their job. And NBA players, they're not going to try and go against that. So Stephen A. Smith's point about having a sponsor for each competitor is pretty cool, but it still doesn't fix the elephant in the room, the root cause of the failing dunk contest and the biggest thing holding it back at the moment, and it's the lack of star talent actually competing. So here it is. Here's the new dunk contest format. This is my idea. First things first, bring back the shot clock, this whole gray area for what counts as an attempt and what doesn't. I can't take it anymore. Just do 24 seconds. So there are 4 teams of 3, and round 1 is essentially just like the placement round. Think of it like the seeding round. So all 12 participants will have 24 seconds to complete just one dunk. That dunk will be judged with a maximum score of 50 points, like normal. And then the points that you earn for your team will determine your bracket seeding, like your placement entering round 2. Once we're in round 2, I call it like the head-to-head round. You could call it the category round, because representatives from each team will have to compete head-to-head with the opposing dunk team in one of 3 predetermined dunk categories. So this is a good opportunity for teams to play to their strengths and kind of strategize a little bit. So the team with the highest total score across all 3 dunks will be the one to advance to the finals. And in the event of a tie, the team who wins the majority of the 3 dunk categories will be the one to advance. And then the finale round, simply put, as a team, come up with the most spectacular dunk possible using some form of prop. The first major thing is now there are teams, 4 teams of 3 to be exact. So you got the All-Star team, the Rising Stars team, and then the last 2 ones can be 2 other fluid teams that change year to year. For example, think of the Skills Challenge and how you had a Cleveland team and you had a team with the Antetokounmpo brothers. So in addition to the All-Star team and the Rising Stars team, you could have like a G League team or a little man team where all the players on your team are 6'2" or under, or you could have a team with all lefties, something like that. Having teams makes it easier to root for. And I think players would be a lot more excited and comfortable participating in dunk contests knowing that they have the support system of their teammates no matter what. And it becomes less about the individual and more about the identity of the team. How do the All-Stars decide who's going? I don't really care. Decide among yourself. Draw straws, play rock, paper, scissors, do whatever you gotta do. Throw an added charity incentive like they do with the winners of the quarters of the actual All-Star game. There's 24 players voted into the All-Star game? All we need is 3 of you. Like, come on now, grow up. Obviously, off the top of my head, John Morant, Zach LaVine, LeBron James. That would be ideal. That would be a dream. That would be everybody's dream. So after Team All-Star, we got Team Rising Star with a couple young guys. We got Team Legacy, which I think would be a really cool idea. And then we got Team Lefty, which is my personal favorite. So since I'm more of a visual person, I'm just gonna play the scenario out and show y'all what it looks like. So we just finished round 1 here. All 12 participants have done their 1 dunk. And then we see that Team All-Star is in the lead with 142 points. They will be the 1 seed going against the 4 seed, the last place team, which in this case will be Team Lefty. Meanwhile, Team Legacy and Team Rising Star will also be going head-to-head in round 2. So as I've said before, the winning team is the team with the highest total score across all 3 dunks. And here's the twist. In this round, in order to advance to the finals, you'll need to complete 3 categories of dunks. Each team needs to decide amongst themselves. They need to strategize who will be going head-to-head with the other team in that particular dunk category. And the 3 categories I came up with: power, airtime, and style. 3 things that make a perfect dunk in my eyes. So I've done a lot of explaining. Let's just jump right in and see it. So the first dunk of round 2 is the power dunk, and LeBron James is going against Zion Williamson. Man, I would love to see this. Oh my God. It's such a shame we never got LeBron in the dunk contest, man. He did this with ease. He could do this whenever he wanted. And here's Zion. Get healthy soon, man. We need to see more of that. So end of the first dunk, the power dunk, LeBron is 48, Zion's got 45. Now on to the airtime dunk, we got Ja Morant versus Derrick Jones Jr. Ja Morant off the self-toss. The elevation. Could have used a little more flair in that, but man, he is up there though. See what Derrick Jones Jr. got. You all know how this goes. Airplane mode. His bounce is ridiculous, bro. Like, this doesn't even make sense. What are you doing up there, man? End of the second dunk, the airtime dunk, Derrick Jones Jr. wins that round 49-40. On to the final dunk of round 2 is the style dunk. We got Miles Bridges up first. Little helicopter action off the self-toss. That's tough to do, man. I couldn't even do that on a 7-foot rim for real. Zach LaVine, you know he's doing Zach LaVine things, doing stuff that no one had ever done before. In a layup line, he gets a perfect 50. So the winner of round 2 would be the team who had the highest total score, but since we're tied up at 138 to 138, we see that Team All-Star won 2 out of the 3 categories, so they will be the winners advancing into the finals.
I hope round 2 wasn't too complicated. I think it's a nice way to honor the past, because when the dunk contest first started back in like the early 70s, they used to have to do all these categories. They used to have to do 5 dunks. This one has to start from beyond 10 feet. This one has to be jumping off of 1 foot. This one you have to finish with 2 hands, spin around in a circle, stuff like that. So that's doing too much. So I think this format is a nice way to honor that past, while at the same time giving players the freedom to be more creative.
How do you all feel about props? So I personally love prop usage in the dunk contest. Obviously, the most important thing is actually making the dunk itself. But I mean, you're supposed to have a level of showmanship in the dunk contest. This is the event, it's the headliner. You can do things in this event that you literally cannot do in the other contests. You can't show up to the 3-point shootout and start shooting blindfolded. You're just gonna lose. But that can actually be an advantage in round 3. So I think we should still encourage this level of creativity from the players, which is why the final dunk has no restrictions. Just as a team, come up with the most spectacular dunk involving some form of prop. And actually, you know what else would be cool? I just thought of this, but what if in round 3, in the final round, you could use your teammates as like a lifeline in case you miss your dunk? So we don't want to see the same guy trying the same dunk over and over again, getting tired, trying to hype up the crowd. Why doesn't he just like tag out? Go get your teammate. You get your 1 miss and you're out, and your teammate has to fill in for you if you didn't make it. Yo, low key, this is actually a great idea, because like, think about it. There's less pressure this way. You know, it's the final round. You want to try your very best dunk that you've been practicing and saving, but you just can't execute it, and you miss, and the crowd's losing interest. You're getting tired. You can just tag out and have your teammates step in and do the dunk for you. And then they can miss potentially and pass it on to your last teammate. So this just takes the pressure off, encourages teamwork, it honors the pass. It really has a little bit of everything, and I think it'll really increase the entertainment value of the dunk contest, restoring it back to its former glory. So that's all I have for you guys today, man. Let me know your thoughts on my new flex format for the dunk contest. How do you think we should fix the dunk contest? Obviously, we're all in agreement that something needs to happen. Some people are even talking about discontinuing the contest altogether. I think we should pump the brakes on that, because I want to see this thing be great. I used to dream about dunking and being in the dunk contest. And to see it in the state that it's at right now, with just miss after miss, and no one wants to do it, no one wants to watch it, it just makes me sad. So let me know all your thoughts. Please leave a like, leave a comment. Thank you for tapping in. I'll see you on the next one.